largely because he did. The garage was knocked out over the objective with that driveway. So 6 ago we were in the highway for an hour. And they went us. Honestly, it looks like. Hey! We forgot to send you with your helmets.
First name is Brent, Baum, B-R-E-N-T. Last name Baum, B-A-U-M. Battalion Chief, Heartland Fire and Rescue.
And then can you tell me what we have here behind you?
Yeah, at about 1:15 today, units were notified of a possible vehicle into a structure. Units from Heartland Fire and Rescue and Elko PD arrived on scene, and they found a Ford F-150 partially submerged into the garage. The garage had collapsed onto the vehicle. The crews were able to make quick entry and extricate the victim and move him to a safe space to begin treatment. He was eventually transported by medic units to the hospital.
And what was the male adult? Do you remember the age, Richard?
I'm unsure of the age, but yes, male adult.
Yeah, and he was a single occupant in the vehicle?
Yeah, single occupant of the vehicle. There were residents home at the time. No other civilian injuries, though. Only injury was to the driver.
And what were the challenges taking the driver out?
Yeah, the biggest issues when we deal with something like this is, assessing the structure and making sure it's safe for us to work under while we try to extricate him and get him to a safe spot. There were some additional challenges today. The vehicle did have some pool chemicals in the back that had spilled and began to mix. So we did take the victim and pull him to a safe spot. We do still have chemical pool product on the ground. We do have San Diego Hazmat here, and they're attempting to mitigate that problem right now.
And so once the hazmat issue is dealt with, removing the vehicles, is there going to be any challenges there on having the tow truck pull it out?
Yeah, we'll see. My hope is that we're able to grab it with the tow truck and pull it out. We're not really too much concerned about any more damage to the garage, so that shouldn't be the issue. But we do want to make sure that we don't compromise the stability of the structure any further.
And do we know the injuries on the patient by chance?
Yeah, he was alert and oriented when we transported him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
All right, can I get your first and last name, please?
I prefer to go by Queenie. Can you do that?
No problem.
Queenie Fontaneras?
Great, yep. And then can you tell me what happened here today?
Oh my goodness. So I was basically chilling inside my house when I heard this huge bang. And so me and my family were frantic. We were all scrambling outside, and we just see our fence just completely destroyed over here in this area. And so, we're frantic, we're panicking, and we go outside. We see this, that was previously a wooden fence. Obviously it was a wooden fence, but now it's just shattered into pieces. There's just shrapnel everywhere.
So were you Where were you at in the house when the crash came out?
I was in my room.
And like, what did it sound like?
I thought it was like thunder, but imagine it way more intense.
Now, I know you guys live on a busy street. Has something like this ever happened before?
Yes. So this was like a couple feet actually in our fence. It was basically like the exact same thing, except that time the culprit was an older man. And if he drove only like a couple feet further into our house, he would have landed in the pool, but thankfully he didn't.
What was the, was this a female that was driving this, or?
I believe it was a guy.
Oh, it was a guy?
Yeah.
Was he like a younger, older guy?
It was difficult to see, but he was like I think he was definitely unconscious when the medics took him.
All right, well, I'm glad you guys, your actual house didn't get hit here, and then
Yeah.
and I'm glad you guys are safe.
Yes, me too.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.